What's up, guys? Just another day fishing in Corpus. I was able to get a 3 redfish slot limit. This is the first one. I think it ended up being my biggest. It was like 25, somewhere around 25. This is the second one. I think this is just like a little dink. Just kind of played around with it a little bit. He wanted to be a pain. I think he fought harder than some of the bigger ones today. Still a little green, but just kind of forced them in. Mainly just throwing paddle tails on 1/8 ounce jig heads today. Seemed a lot more golden, so I decided to take a quick pick. This is the second one. I think this one ended up being the hardest fighter actually. But I want to say this one was still only like right at 20, I think. I feel like sometimes the smaller ones fight harder, if not, than the big ones. Not too long, but definitely thick. Here's another one. Try to run with me real quick and see the grass on my line. Grass is definitely thick. I was just mainly hitting the sand pockets. Every now and then they'll run in the grass and kind of either break me off or create just enough slack where they can spit my jig. But today, thankfully, none of that happened. Another one in the boat. I think this was my last one. You can see me kind of throwing the anchor in right here because I was drifting through here pretty quick and trying to make it back to the truck, so I didn't want to try to have the extra resistance of the fish pulling plus trying to drag it through all the grass and everything. I think the anchor finally stopped. I was able to get a little bit of headway on it. I still had that previous fish in the net plus a fish on a stringer to my right. Decided to beeline straight at me, swam under the kayak. It got all kinds of wrapped up in the fish and the stringer, so I was trying to keep enough slack where my rod wouldn't break, give it a little bit more drag if it wanted to run. But yeah, I got all wrapped up in that stringer. At this point, I just kind of accepted the fact that it was going to probably spit the hook or get broken off. I would have much rather had that before it broke my rod, but thankfully neither was the case. I was able to throw that fish out real quick and just went for the scoop even though it was still knotted up. You can see me kind of trying to figure out what to do there. And that's all 3. Thanks for watching.